It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. In a league of giants, the NBA community loves to cheer for the little guy. One of the best ever players under 6 feet tall got to be Isaiah Thomas. Guys, just how is he able to dominate when he's listed at, 5'9"?
Yeah, I mean, his domination comes from his speed and quickness. And actually, it's an advantage. He uses his lack of size as an advantage because he sees avenues and lanes that typically taller players can't see. Great outside shot, what makes you cover him. This guy has the total package.
A short guy sees lanes that taller players can't see.
No question.
Anyway, he plays with zero fear in this game. Reminds me of a little bit of Allen Iverson.
So Isaiah Thomas, 5'9". Shaq, when he was born, you don't realize this, was 5'10".
Wow.
Yeah.
5'10".
Here's Kevin
5'10".
Harlan.
5'10".
Wow.
Downtown Oakland looking majestic from high above as we welcome you to tonight from just down the road at Oracle Arena. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And tonight, Steve, a marquee matchup. This is one of those games that definitely draws some attention to it.
Yeah, these are the games where fans, people watching, they are in their seats with their popcorns. They're ready to go. These are the best of the best, and people want to see this. I'm looking forward to this one, Kevin.
Well, you got a new tie. You've got a new suit. I mean, you're ready to go. You know people are going to be watching you and listening to your words.
That's why my makeup is perfect.
It is. It's so. You did a good job tonight on it. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. Curry kicks to Pachulia. No good on that one. And Cleveland will come the other way. Now, for all the great things that Pachulia did for the Warriors last season, unfortunately, most fans will remember Kawhi Leonard hurting his ankle on Zaza's foot in the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, I don't think he did that intentionally. I know Zaza Pachulia. He just plays extremely hard. He's done a nice job for the Warriors, being that guy in the middle. Doesn't block shots, but he was huge for the Warriors.
Now, here's LeBron. Smith for 3. Well, shot missing. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Durant, the pass to Green. Durant dishes to Curry. Durant with a screen on Thomas. And here's Green outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Thomas a screen. Love with the screen for James. Kicks it out to Love. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Getting by with a little help from his teammates. Love off the screen.
Outside Green. Pachulia kicks to Green. Goes back up. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
LeBron passes to Love. Thomas a screen. Love outside. No good on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cleveland ahead. They lead by a bucket. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
Iguodala is at the 3, with Green playing the 4. Livingston is out there with McCaw, and it's West in at the 5. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Here's LeBron, following the basket by Draymond Green. Releases from 15, and Love with his second chance points. Love's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs.
Anticipation and tenacity, two things that makes Kevin Love a terror on the offensive glass. Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
There's the pick. Outside Korver. It's Crowder on the wing. Sees the alley-oop. That's tipped. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. For the Cavaliers, Kenny, some perspective, please.
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position to win. They look too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Kevin Love with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Warriors trail by 5.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Now Green for Isaiah Thomas, missed from long range. Curry kicks to Thompson. Good work defensively by Smith.
And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
Now here's Thomas. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. He can't get that one to fall.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
They get it back. Pachulia kicks to Curry. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Warriors. Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Double team on Thomas. The drive by Love. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 9 points for Kevin Love.
Feathery touch in the painted area serves Love very well.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut back down to 2 with those points from Durant.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
James. That's short off the rim.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another 3 for Golden State.
Impressive work from Thompson. Hard for the defense to react on the catch and shoot.
Smith, no good.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Can't nail the jumper.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Iguodala at small forward with Durant playing the 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. West has got the lead, back up to 1 now for the Warriors. And it's Rose penetrating. Tries again. Thompson dishes to Rose. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Rose kicks to Shumpert. Crowder with it. Guarded now by Durant. Pass to Rose. Shot from 12. And he overshot that one, missing. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Durant. Out to West. Offline with his 3. Korver against Thompson. Korver kicks to Rose. Got a piece of it. Outside Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State here. But they'll get another chance. Thompson for the triple. Buries it from outside.
With the game on the line, who better to turn to than Thompson for a big shot? A clutch performer who lives for the big moment.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're behind by 5. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
$16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thomas, no luck.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he commits the intentional foul.
At the line of orders, Stephen Curry, 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Stephen Curry, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride, and just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
Here's Shumpert. The Cavaliers again can't hit. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Z, you guys were playing a team that really gave you a great effort, but you were able to overcome that and get the win.
Well, we expected this kind of game from them, but, you know, we gotta do our thing, you know, what we're doing. Play our game. We have to bring the energy. That's the most important thing right now.
Zaza, thanks for your time, man. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.